Today we are looking at how our DNA can help us change our behavior. So let me introduce myself. My name is Lenity, under Life and Reality. Let's go back to our topic. How can our DNA help us change our behavior and help us live our day-to-day life? What is mutation? Mutation, it is alteration or change. Mutation is alteration or change. So we are going to borrow this concept of mutation of chromosomes or genetic mutation and create our own concept and call it mutation of thoughts or mutation of perspectiveness. I bet you that today, the way you were thinking in the morning, it's not the same way you're thinking now. Your thoughts have changed. And it is through your thoughts that you change your pattern of behavior. How you think is how you act. Okay? So you're going to define what is mutation of thought or mutation of perspectiveness, which is the ability to see and understand things at a certain point of view. So there are 5 stages you're going to borrow from mutation of genetics, and we are going to embody them into our lives. These 5 stages, I'm going to list them, then we're going to discuss them. The first one is insertion and deletion. There is inversion, there is substitution, there is duplication, and there is translocation. How are these 5 stages going to help us change our behavior? Let's start with the first one, which is insertion and deletion. Insertion and deletion, that is insert and delete. To insert, it is to bring in something entirely new into something. To delete, it is to remove something entirely. So how does this help us in our day-to-day life, or how does this help us change our behavior? There are behaviors or habits in your life, or situations or people in your life you have to delete entirely in your life to make your life better. Okay? Like addiction. It may not take one day or 1 week, but addiction, you have to delete it entirely in your life and insert good behavior, insert proper routines, insert something new into your life entirely. Insertion and deletion. There are people who are not adding ending value in your life, and sometimes you're forced to delete them in your life or remove them entirely in your life and bringing new friends who align with your goals or events. Insertion and deletion. Then let us look at duplication. What is duplication? Duplication, it is to double something. To double something, to duplicate something, to double it. Maybe it is a certain routine. It's working well for you. Then you double it. Maybe you used to do, maybe it's yoga. You used to do it maybe one hour. Now you can do it maybe 2 hours because it's helping you relax better. Double it. It's a project you're working on. Maybe it is 2 hours and it is bringing in some amount of money or income. What about if you double? You double the hours from 2 hours to 4 hours to bring in more income. Maybe it is exercise. You double it to now diet. Apart from exercise alone, now even you double it to diet to get better results, to become a lifestyle. Duplication, doubling. Then we look at substitution. What is substitution? Substitution is to replace something with something, but it will work the same way. It will serve the same purpose. The doctor may say don't take sugars, but you need to sweeten your beverages. What do? You substitute sugar, and instead of sugars, you substitute it with honey. The point is to sweeten. You substitute honey for sugar. Maybe it's beach watching because you're bored. You just want to kill boredom. You substitute beach watching to other hobbies that can help you increase your income, because the point is to kill boredom. You substitute beach watching to maybe painting. You can sell those paints later, art later. Maybe cooking, maybe decluttering your house. You substitute beach watching to decluttering and organizing your house, and you've achieved the same purpose, that is to kill boredom. The next one is inversion. What is inversion? Inversion is to reverse something, especially your thought patterns, negative thought patterns. When you do something, you say, I hate myself because you failed. Instead of saying I hate yourself, you reverse those thoughts. You reverse them and say, you know what, I'm a learner, I'm learning. I make this mistake. It's through these mistakes I learn and grow. You reverse. Inversion. You reverse. And the last one is translocation. Translocation. Translocation is to transfer something from one place to another. Translocation. Look at your workplace. You're disciplined because there are policies. Maybe you don't want to embezzle the organization's funds because you know there's auditing. What about if you transfer that same discipline into your finances? You don't want to get late at work. You know how to manage time at work. What about if you transfer that into your personal life? Manage time into your personal life. Now, your goals, you manage them just the way you manage your organizations. Because there are policies and rules. Do the same in your life. You transfer that into your life. Those goals into your life too. Translocation. To transfer something. You transfer the discipline that you have at your workplace and input it into your personal life to achieve goals in your personal life. Translocation. Are we learning something? Translocation is my best. Because if I can work for somebody, committed for somebody, why can't I transfer the same commitment into my life and make my life better? So in summary, I summarize. We have insertion and deletion to remove something entirely and bring in something entirely new. Then you have deprecation, to double something. You double a behavior, a good behavior, you double it to become a lifestyle. Then you have substitution. You substitute negative patterns, negative thoughts to positive thoughts, positive thinking. You substitute that and you still get the same results. Then you have inversion, reverse. You reverse your thinking patterns. Then lastly, we have translocation. You transfer certain behaviors from one behavior, you copy those behaviors from one place to your life. You put them into your life. Like I said, from organization, you're very disciplined at work. Why can't you have the same discipline in your life? Translocation. Hope you've learned something. In the comment below, tell me what works for you. For me, translocation is always the best. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Let's learn together.